Let me walk back to the back of the room, turn on the cassette player, and you too, for yourself, can hear Mr. Elk and the Calculations, perhaps the world's worst rock and roll band.
Bus driver for shouting at him to hurry off. Standing on the sidewalk, he thought about his own personality. Why are people's personalities so abrasive, he asked himself. The don't walk signal dissipated and he crossed the street, feeling anger towards the pedestrians near him. His eye met that of a 19 or 20-year-old girl, very attractive. She saw him, but he hated futility. Battling with rationality, he glanced back. They watched each other, pleasantly knowing that they would never speak to each other, that they would never see each other again. He walked on. He used to think that he could get by on his own, dwelling on his own thoughts and his own words. But this idea was wearing thin. He searched his past. The social life was a long-forgotten thing. Passing a park bench, he heard a mother scold her child and tell him to sit down. This enraged Mark. Why must personalities clash, he asked himself. The answer seemed too large and powerful to take in. His own personality was a collection of fragmented influences. No stability. No dominating factor. He sat down on the edge of a dormant fountain bed. The idea of reading something sounded good to him, until he realized he hadn't read a book or even a magazine with him. He remembered a James Thurber story, One is a Wanderer. It's true, he told himself, one is a wanderer. Mark sat, thinking for a minute that he was a lot like James Thurber. I'm a lot like everyone, he told himself, yet I'm so much different than anyone. It wasn't that he was not happy. He was often very happy, even witty at times. But so often, pleasant moods were buried by disillusion with his world. This is such a damn confusing world, he told himself, embarrassed for a minute that he may have said it audibly. He sat silently, staring at the once wet concrete in front of him. Disillusion isn't even profound, he realized. He often liked to think that his depression stemmed from realizing things that other people couldn't see. Now he saw it was vain egotism. Nothing in his life seemed either profound or commonplace. He hated to think of himself as at all commonplace. A pigeon approached him, following a pattern of switchbacks across the dry fountain bed. It stood and watched as if asking for something. The pigeon can get along fine, he told himself, and so can I. A 13-year-old boy attracted the pigeon's attention, leaving Mark to his own thoughts. This world really does have a lot to offer, he thought, but there's a lot holding it back. He knew that when he saw his friends, he would swallow his glum thought and be as good-natured as ever. But why? He glanced back at the pigeon, who was contentedly consuming chunks of crackers that the 13-year-old was tossing. The sun shone desperately, sending spotty light to the trees. One, two, three.